So, it has been 1 year since I started playing the Hurdy Gurdy. What an interesting year. I look like I'm here to steal your secrets. My Hurdy Gurdy journey started on a not so good note. I started off with a Gurdy from Workshop Medieval, which I found on Etsy, and then I made a video about it. That was probably a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't make the same mistake I did. Then people in the Hurdy Gurdy community saw it, passed it on to Sergio Gonzalez, who's this very prolific and talented YouTuber, and he did a reaction video to it. The video turned out to be both the best and the worst thing that could have happened to me, because on one hand, it was actually very traumatizing. I found it difficult to pick up my Gurdy and play it because I felt very embarrassed, and I felt like, oh, I'm never gonna make any progress. Nobody's ever gonna wanna watch my videos or see anything. And on the other hand, you know, it's a lesson learned. It's okay to make mistakes. The important thing to do is to learn from them and grow. And you know what? It's okay to learn from my mistake. Don't buy Gurdys off Etsy. I understand if you live in the USA like I do, when you Google Hurdy Gurdy, what you get is like Patty Gurdy videos and then Etsy and eBay if you want to buy stuff. So like, it's not an easy thing to find if you live in the US. So do what I did later. Go join the Hurdy Gurdy communities on Facebook, and you can learn a lot more about the instrument and places to buy them. And there's a lot of really great options out there for beginner Gurdys that are not Etsy. Sorry. So shortly after, I said, you know what, I need a new Hurdy Gurdy. It's not gonna do it for me, because if I kept trying to play that first Gurdy, I didn't want to pick it up. I didn't even want to play it. So I went on another Facebook group called Hurdy Gurdy Marketplace, and I found a Gurdy by Radoslav Malish, which was this big cello-like Gurdy, and it was this huge beast of a thing. And it was a really cool instrument, but it wasn't quite right for me. So like, it had G2 and D3 melody strings, which was really cool. So it plays really low. But the keyboard was a little too big for my hand, and I wanted to play left-handed still. More on that in a minute. I ended up selling that Gurdy to a lovely gentleman in Ohio who wanted to learn, and I ended up with this bad boy. Oh, I can pick it up. So this is my Hellsinger Gurdy by Radoslav Malish. It is still a left-handed Gurdy, so I wanted to go back to playing lefty, and it's still that low and slow, but a nicer version of it. Even now that I had this cool new Gurdy to play that was better than my original, something was still missing. And I realized that it was classical training. And I was really thinking back to when I was a kid. From 10 to 18, I played euphonium and tuba. And there is something to be said for learning classical music and having a teacher to guide you. So way back when I first joined the Hurdy Gurdy communities, a gentleman named RT reached out to me. He's a Southern California-based Hurdy Gurdy teacher. He goes, yeah, you know, hey, you want to get lessons? I'll teach you all, you know, the cool folk music that we play. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to play folk music. It's not really my thing. I want to do more modern contemporary. And I hope I didn't come across like that. I kept thinking back to his offer and the training I had when I was young, and I was really starting to see the value of having someone who could teach me technique. Because even though I wasn't necessarily interested in playing folk music, or I should say performing folk music. Like, I don't have any desire to play at a Ren Fair or a dance hall or anything. But there's a reason why we start on certain pieces of music when we're children and advance to those things, why we progress. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take him up on his offer. And I started taking lessons. I've been doing that for about 6 months. And within the first month, I learned so much. And I was excited, and having a teacher who really cares about your progress, who will tell me when I'm doing something right as well as when I'm doing something wrong. He always surprises me. Every time I have a lesson with him, there's always something new that I didn't know you were going to show me that this week, and I'm always so delightfully surprised. And having someone who believes in you and believes in your progress really did so much for my confidence, because I lost a lot of confidence trying to play this instrument and being like, I'm never gonna be as good as all the other people out there, no matter how hard I try. But now I feel like I am learning and I am growing and I have someone who is guiding me. It's made a world of difference. If you can afford a teacher, do it. You can learn it on Zoom, trust me. Pro tip, coup technique. Scott Gaiman has an excellent video on coup technique. I never understood what it was you're physically doing with your hand until I watched that video. And now it all makes sense why you grip the knob in a certain way. The next big thing that happened due to a stroke of luck, I guess you could say. I got my hands on an Aplo Gurdy by Gurdy's. That was also a game changer for me because on one hand, speaking of hands, it forced me to learn right-handed again. And I wasn't sure because part of playing euphonium and tuba is that you always play with the 4 fingers on your right hand, which is why I was kind of adamant about playing left-handed hurdy-gurdy because I just had more dexterity and control. It made sense for me, but not for most people. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna practice it. I'm gonna work on playing right-handed. And thanks to, my teacher in practice, I feel a lot more confident. I know I can do it now. I can do it. I can play right-handed. And the advantage of that is that it will allow me to pick up almost any other hurdy-gurdy and start playing it, which is really exciting. I've learned coup technique on the Aplo, which has been great because as much as I love my Hellsinger, it doesn't have a trumpet and it's not designed to be cranked at the speed you would play for folk music. It's designed to be played low and slow. So trying to do coup technique on a Gurdy that's not designed for it was really frustrating and I was getting a bit discouraged for that. So getting the Aplo has made a world of difference for me and now I actually enjoy coup. I was never really interested in learning the buzzing stuff and now I'm like, well, hey, this is kind of fun. All right, jamming. I dig it. Yeah, so it has been a roller coaster year. It started off pretty bumpy, but I'm really excited for where things are going. I've learned, I've grown, and like I said, learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Join the Hurdy Gurdy community. Join the Hurdy Gurdy community on Facebook. Read their facts section. They have a whole list of affordable starter hurdy gurdies. Let me tell you something. They're the same price as the stuff you can get on Etsy. There are options out there. There are affordable options. Just do it. Do it for yourself. Take lessons. Learn from someone who knows what they're doing. I fucking love the Hurdy Gurdy. It is a cool ass instrument. And I'm really glad that I didn't give up on myself. And you shouldn't either. Thank you so much for watching my videos and watching my progress as I grow. I look forward to producing a lot more with my sweet new hairdo. And who knows what hurdy-gurdies will fall into my lap in the future. So keep practicing, keep cranking, and I will see you in future videos. Bye!